What if I told you the most successful people share one common habit? It's not some productivity app or morning routine. It's actually much simpler than that. Small, incremental improvements across all areas of life, not just work, business, or exercise. There is, however, one huge misconception around this. People try to do everything at once, burn out, and give up. So today, I'll share with you the framework to make this all manageable and share a tip with you at the end to make sure these habits stick. Let's dive in to Tribe 5 by Ryan Daniel Moran, the author of best-selling book 12 Months to 1 Million. Tribe stands for time, relationships, income, body, and expansion. Basically, this entire framework is do one small thing in all of those areas every single day, and you will make sure that at least it doesn't get worse, but most likely it will get better. Essentially, you want to make small incremental improvements across all areas of your life. So, how do you actually implement this? Let's start with time. This isn't about cramming more time into your day, but rather making sure you make the best use of your time. Try one of these things. Set up an automation, plan your day, or block out 30 minutes of focused, uninterrupted work. My time habit is actually very simple. It's wake up at 6 a.m. or earlier while getting 7.5 hours of sleep. I am most productive early in the morning, so I try to get at least 30 minutes of work before my day starts. This is usually paired with another one of my habits which I kept for over 6 months. It's make a commit on GitHub. This will be important later on for another skill, income. You don't realize how much you can get done by working for half an hour to an hour every single day. I managed to build an entire app in less than 2 months without dedicating any time specifically to it. Plus, it sets you in the mood for working for the entire day, and once you start, you don't want to stop. Next up, we have relationships. As many people say, your network is your net worth. As a massive introvert myself, I've definitely been guilty of not forming enough relationships. And this one can be a bit harder to judge, as you don't know what opportunities you miss out on by not knowing the right people. Make it a point to talk or send a message to someone new every single day, like your old friend or a potential mentor. You need to get accustomed to talking to new people and potentially even being ignored. It's a part of life and you need to get used to it. You never know, you might come across someone who will change your life and give you the opportunity you've been waiting for. My way of implementing this is actually very simple. Send a message to someone on X who runs a small business. I simply reach out and ask for one piece of advice, nothing else. My message template goes something like this. Hey, Bob, I see you run a newsletter agency. What type of content do your users interact with the most? I've never seen anyone respond badly to that type of message. Worst thing that happens is I get ignored. I already see an impact this is making on my life because it made me much more confident and I found some great people that I can work with. Another part of life which people don't really like talking about for some reason is income. What's something you can do every single day which will increase your earning potential? If you don't have a second form of income, learn how to make one. Look at investment opportunities and actually invest in them once in a while. If you have something to sell, however, this is your time to shine. Make a sales goal, send a message, or most importantly, post on social media. Unless you post something completely wild and out of pocket, there is no way it's gonna make you lose customers. If you have an audience, it's so much easier. Plus, you'll learn to communicate in a clear and engaging way. It's an absolutely no-brainer skill for anyone looking to grow a business in 2025. I personally have 2 habits in this area. First is posting a piece of content on X or YouTube. This way I can share my knowledge and learn to communicate in an engaging way. Second is tracking my finances. This way I can see exactly how I make and spend my money and make sure I have enough to invest and save every single month. If you want to track your finances as well, download my free app on the App Store. Link will be in the description. There are no ads, no in-app payments, nothing. It's actually a free app. Next up, we have body. Exercise. That's all I have to say. People keep telling you to exercise, and there is definitely a reason for it. Get up and move for at least 30 minutes a day. Gym, run, walk, play lawn balls, doesn't matter. As long as you're moving, you're doing great. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, but exercise improves my energy and mental clarity, so there is no reason not to do it. Last, but definitely not least, we have expansion or education. Learn something new. Interpret this how you want. Learn to play an instrument, listen to a podcast, or read for 20 minutes a day. I try to do all 3 daily. Play 10 minutes of guitar, read a book before bed for 15 minutes, and listen to a podcast every time I go for a drive. Think about it. There is no way learning will not pay off for you in the long run. I mean, that's literally why you're still watching this video. Don't miss out on this step. If you don't feel like you know what to read or have enough time to read, check out my other videos. Link will be in the description. And now it's time for my final tip. What gets tracked gets managed. Track and write down which habits you do and when you do them. I use an app called Habit Tracker in the App Store. Link will be in the description. I'm not affiliated or anything. I just think it's a great app and you should give it a go. Remember, Tribe stands for time, relationships, income, body, and expansion. Once you master the Tribe 5, you can add other habits to it as well, like I used to apply to 3 jobs every single day. I highly recommend putting your tracker somewhere you will see it often, as it makes sure it's always on top of your mind to do with habits. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. One small action every single day in all of those areas. That's exactly what separates the top 1% from everyone else. They know that massive success comes from small, incremental improvements compounded over time. Start your Tribe 5 journey today. If you find this valuable, like and subscribe for more top 1% success strategies.